I got strange YouTube errors. Let me know if this is working. Never seen the errors before. It's really strange. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Welcome to... hang on. Welcome to Forex.Today. Hang on, I can't find the music. Where's the music? There it is. All right, welcome to Forex.Today, the YouTube channel of 18,000 foreign exchange traders stationed around the world. Technical analysis, fundamental analysis. We'll cover dollar, Bitcoin, yen, euro, pound, gold, oil. Let's go. Let me remind you that trading is risky. It's not appropriate for everyone. Your past performance, good or bad, is not necessarily indicative of future results. Please stay small, stay humble, focus on the long term, and never risk money you cannot afford to lose. Ni hao ma. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to my office. Apparently, look at that. I want to look pretty for you, but anyways. So welcome to my office. Let's talk Forex. My name is Wayne McDonald. I am a currency trader just like you. Guilty as charged. So yes, technical analysis, fundamental analysis, but really whatever you want to talk about is fine by me. Just ask questions, be polite, treat your other community members with dignity and respect. If you're a spammer, we're not interested in your nonsense. This is the Get Rich Slow Club. We like to create value and lower our volatility and have consistent returns over long periods of time. And how do we do that? With trade planning. So anyways, that's what the Forex.Today do. So thank you for being part of the community. Thank you for adding all the positive energy that you do every single day. I appreciate that. Appreciate you in my life. You give me the strength to get out of bed and do what needs to get done. Also, I'd like to thank Traders Way for being part of our community as well. You need a broker that you trust. They've earned my loyalty and respect many, many years ago. In particular, the day when the Swiss National Bank lied to the entire world and blew up some brokers. Traders Way was just fine, and that was my aha moment. They definitely earned my respect. So maybe give them an opportunity to earn yours. Tradersway.com, open up a demo. Hey, MT4, MT5, they got it. Pick one, try it. Maybe they will earn your loyalty and respect as well. All right. So here we are. Remember, Aussie was weak, CAD was weak, Kiwi was weak, Pound was weak, and Euro was strong. So this was probably Monday, and I'm like, man, there's nothing to buy. Everything's weak, but there's nothing to buy, and Euro is just a consequence of everything else happening. So it's really nice to see Aussie strong, CAD strong, Kiwi strong, Pound strong. Unfortunately, you know, yen is all over the place, and dollar is reasonably weak, which is good. But yesterday was moving day, which was really nice. So the stock market moved up, which is great because I've been buying on the way down. I'd like to buy some more things. So we'll see if I can get some other opportunities in the next few days. So right now it looks like maybe, just maybe, risk on again. Yeah, Thiago, at the last second, I had to make some Zoom changes. And so all you had to do was refresh your page before you log in. The video is up on the in the War Room recording list. So that's there. Yeah. Okay. How old is the swing trading group? This particular iteration, I don't know, 4 years maybe, 5 years, I don't know. All right. FX Bootcamp is almost 20 years old now. I think I officially started it in 2004. So whatever that is. Cool. So anyways, so let's just take a look around the world. We'll start with commodities. Okay. Oil finding some support in here. Makes sense. Great. Doesn't have to be amazing. But on this daily chart, it's a 55 EMA. What does that mean? Probably up to the top of the range and then back down. If you've done the research, you know what this line means. I'm not going to ask you again because I've done it at least 5 times, more like 8 times. So if you've done your work, you know what this means, and it'll help you to decide whether 3 months from now we're here or 3 months from now we're up here. If you haven't made that decision yet, you haven't done the research, and you're not going to make any money. So who cares? Cool. Let's take a look at gold. Gold. So where are we on gold? Well, we have the bottom from a while ago, right? Then the breakout, pull back, breakout, pull back. Okay, now what? Okay. Well, I don't know. some version of this is what the charts are saying. Yeah, Sangam, it's not necessarily an oil inventory. It has to do with seasonality. If you don't understand the seasonality of the energy complex, you're not going to be very successful. You're just going to be an observer. Okay? To be an expert, you have to understand the industry in which you play. So that's really what I'm talking about, is the seasonality and where we are in the relative norm of the seasonality, and then what you think will happen over the next 6 months. You see what I mean? Easy. All you have to do is know what you're doing and then be able to plan ahead. All right. So anyway, so we could take a look at Brent. Maybe Brent will lead the way. And once again, I want to show you this. Not that this is a prediction, but that's what the technical analysis is showing. That's all. So if you believe in that, then you set it up and you trade it. If you don't believe in that, then you're using your forward-looking guidance, your personal forward guidance, and say, look, I see the lower low, understand what it means technically, but fundamentally, you're going to override that and at least be careful in here, but then wait for a follow-in there. What I'm trying to say is, even though this is technically a lower low, it doesn't have to be this. That's just what technical analysis tells you. But you might do some other critical analysis and say, okay, say this. And if that's what you believe based on your research, you just know that this is the critical area to be cautious, but you are expecting the up. Okay? But technical just says lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay? For that to occur, you're going to need risk off. Okay? And you have to ask yourself, what would create that kind of risk off? And do you expect risk off in the next 6 weeks? That's it. You're like, it's amazing, right? That's all we do. Do you expect risk on or risk off in the next 6 weeks? Okay. Okay. If you can't answer that question, then you're in the dark. Okay. Because you won't know how to behave. All right. All right. Bitcoin, you had that drop to 30 the other day, and I talked about it. You either buy it at 30 or you buy it at 25, and then went from 30 to 31 to 32, 33, 34, 38. Now we're farting around at 41. I don't know if anything can be done at this point. Yeah, it's hard for me to tell you the fundamentals behind any of these moves. And if I were to trade this, I want to see some evidence that the technicals have come back if I were going to trade it. So a risk-on trader would want to buy this. But I just see this as the consolidation. I don't know, right? That's all. So I think I'd wait a while, get through the weekend or something. I don't know. XRP. Okay. All right. Is anybody going to trade this is anyone going to buy it at 1 and take it to 2? That's all it really is. Are you going to take it from 1 to 2? Now, Pete's in at, I think, 18 cents or something. Why did I do XRP after? I have no comment on XRP right now. I don't know anything about it. I'm studying ICOs right now at MIT, but I'm not. I cannot tell you the difference, for example, between Bitcoin and XRP. I know there are some very unique key characteristics of XRP. I just can't explain them, so I'm not qualified to give you a reasonable answer. Why did I do it after Bitcoin? Because it's there. I don't know. So again, Pete, for example, is, I would say, our leading Clubhouse expert on Bitcoin, and he's been asking since it's been 10 cents, that he's like, this is going to change the world, this is going to change the world, this is going to change the world, you should be on it. There's some complexities to it, like after this spike, I don't believe I could even trade it anymore. So it's hard for me to buy a spike that went from 10 cents to $1 back to 18 cents. And having troubles actually acquiring it in the United States. So, right. So it's hard for me to really comment. But for those that have been in it, hey, they bought it at 10 cents and went to $2. Good. Sweet. And there's some uniqueness to XRP. There's some unique, but I'm not qualified to say. How can I buy, what, this one? Did you notice that? Wow, you got good eyes. Henry says, hey, I took a shot on Noki. Oh, right on. Guess we could take a look at that. La 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 la. I think I had it here, didn't I? Cool. All right. Yeah, nothing amazing yet. Interesting. So yeah, so what about ETH and stuff like that, Ether? You know what? I'm hoping MIT is going to teach me that crap. So again, I have no comment until, right? All I can tell you is right now I'm doing very significantly better than the average person in my class. But of course, who the hell would want to be average? But I have a lot to learn, and I'm going to continue to learn before I have any opinions. Well, it looks like my position got decimated, huh? In the last hour or so. Yes, Ahmad, it was on. The recording is in the war room area. Sangam, you know, it's not a young class, and most people are senior executives. There are lots of really qualified people, many of which are already sort of crypto bugs, crypto maniacs. So I'm surprised how poorly they've done so far. since I come in with basically no knowledge, and they come in already opinionated, already read a bunch of books, already been trading for, what years. And I'm surprised how poorly they've done. But then again, I just got out of 5 years of Harvard, so, it's easy for me. But only in the sense that I'm used to the process. But who's the oldest? I don't know. It's sort of like one of these things. Most young people can't afford or wouldn't spend $3,000 on a class. So the age is, older. The people are more moneyed, more successful. They're executives, So anyways, that's too bad. I thought this was a good trade, and it was up until about an hour ago. So we'll see if it can stick. I still have this in play. So it's still valid. It's too bad I was in this, yesterday or the day before, whatever it was. I bought this dip. It's a nice little roll reversal. Just barely hanging on. Keep me hanging on. Oh, oh, oh. Yeah, it's weekly. Yeah. So my target, as you guys can see, is I'm just buying it at 21, taking it up to 23. My issue is, do I really go for 23 or do I go for 30? Am I okay with only 200 pips, or should I go for the full 900 pips? And I think I'd like to go. I don't think I'd get the full 900, but I'd rather get 500 pips on this, which means I have to overshoot next week's target and continue higher. Okay. And I thought it was pretty good because I was in at this, I was in at a reasonable price, and I was up 50 or 60 pips. So it kind of sucks to log in, and now it's only 10. Happens, huh? Happens. Take a look at Kitty CAD. This is one I've been quite happy with. And you can see I survived the wave. And now we have this in play and a new lower low. Okay, so you can see that the Canadian dollar right now is stronger than the euro. And that's good. Obviously my trade is up here. Okay, so we kind of up, down, down, buy, up, down, down, buy, up, down, down, double top, lower low, lower high, lower low. So being in here, no so bad. No so bad. And like the euro trade, I have to decide, am I going to take, a couple hundred pips profit and be happy with that? Or should I go for the bigger move? And quite frankly, I'm most likely to go for the bigger move. Okay. So my target could be like 18 or beyond. Okay. One of the things we talked about in the swing trade group yesterday was the potential for this to move thousands of pips. Okay. So I can't really impact this. It's a sell. It's really low. It's mediocre. I have my fingers crossed, and I can't really technically influence it any lower. All I have is some seasonal guidance to say it will continue lower. But it's weird, right? Like I basically took that trade on the 17th or 18th. So let's call that about the middle of the month. And I'm planning till the end of July. It's weird, right? To take a trade on the 17th and say, this isn't about 24 hours. It's about 240 hours. In fact, it's about 2,400 hours. Or closer to it, right? Is the outlook. Nuno has the same trade? Yeah. Well, you can see you don't have to be a rocket surgeon, right? Although you might be, Nuno. Nuno might be a rocket surgeon. You know, there's not a lot of complications to it. Okay, and now this follow-on really makes me feel better. In particular, it makes me feel better. Like euro, for example, in the same time period, instead, came all the way back to basically my entry. So then I worry about, well, is it a U.S. dollar issue? And this makes me think it may not be a U.S. dollar issue. It's probably more of an euro issue. Okay. And that USD CAD's working out just fine. And that's my commodity play. Very pro-Canadian. Okay. Keep me hanging on. So anyways, there you go. Mahir, the only reason a broker would stop you from trading something is if they're not allowed to let you. Okay? So here's what happens. A broker gets paid when they help you execute a position. So if you want to execute a position, a broker's going to want to do it for you because that's how they make money. Do they care if you buy gold? Who gives a crap? Do they care if you buy euro? Who gives a crap? Do they care if they, right? As long as they have the liquidity partners and compliance allows them, they want to help you trade because they'll earn some revenue. So if a broker says to you, you can't trade ETH, it's not because they're like, well, we don't like Mahir. Mahir's a jerk. So, no, you can't trade it, Mahir. You want to, but we won't let you. That doesn't make any sense, right? If they're not allowed to execute, right, then they can't, or they go out of business. Sangam says, my hairstyle looks nice today. Really? I look like a disaster. Really? You like that? I look like one of the Charlie's Angels. Oops. Keep me hanging on. Don't you, babe? What should we do next? I guess we could look at this. This was a trade opportunity for me. Okay. Approximately 8 hours ago, I went to bed, so I missed it. Not too complicated, though. Okay. Okay, now bears are doing their shot, right? So this is what a bear's thinking. This is what a bull is thinking. And this is what I tried to do, and I didn't quite get it. So, and we know there's something going on up here in the future. So, I don't know. I'm just not on it. I tried. That's a limit order. Limit up, and didn't quite get it. Take a look at our Rand, a new lower low on the Rand. Check this out. This is the weekly swing trade, and you're supposed to be wrapping that up. Enter on Monday, exit on Friday. Not a bad week. Molly wants to know the best time to join the live war room. At any time. All the training courses are on demand. Okay? And we meet every Thursday. So it doesn't matter, do you join on the first, in the middle, anytime. Yeah, yesterday was the best time. Right. Thank you, Johnny. Yeah, a year ago. Like, a decade ago. Yeah. What's the best time? I don't know. You guys are great. So anyways, this is done on a weekly basis. Okay. You might be in on this on a monthly basis, however, right? Keep me hanging on. Okay. Now, on a monthly basis, this, okay, tells us, remember, I'm not talking about opinion. Okay. Let me do it again. This tells us the target low, the expected low for May is okay, you ready for this? 13.7988. And we knew that at least minimum 21 days ago. Okay. If you're not trading with that kind of clarity, you don't know how to trade. Well, you might know how to trade. You just don't know how to trade very well. Okay. You can't see 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 days in advance. How scary trading must be if you can't see 25 days in advance. You're like, I can't even see through today. Really? And you're investing money and you don't know what's going to happen today or tomorrow? You have no clue, but you're investing money. That doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. I just literally don't understand. Why would you invest into something that you don't know anything about? Okay. But anyways, here's the weekly right? That's a weekly trade. Very cool. Very cool. So the target is down here for the month. So let's talk about next week then. If you were using just simple technical analysis, you would say something like this. Okay, that's not seasonality. That's not fundamental analysis of the Fed or, you're right, South African central bank policies. It doesn't incorporate any of that. That's just technical analysis. So if you're a technician, okay, you would think something like that. Daniel says, oh, I remember that feeling. It's like going to war. You know what? If you're running into battle and you don't know what you're going to find when you get to battle, you shouldn't be doing it. Right? There's a question about an Arctic turtle. An Arctic turtle would be when you kind of get down to here, if it went down to 1385, and then traders see that we're so close to the monthly target that they stretch, and then you'd probably get something like this. Okay. And that could go down too. Yeah, for sure. But that would have to happen today since it's Friday. So I don't really know. Okay. So anyways, I'm still farting around on that trade. So my entry is way the heck up there. Now my target is 1350. So I have another 500 pips I can make on this. To be honest, though, I might actually be going for 12 because this is the target I set back in March. Back in March, I picked out 1350 on this. But, excuse me, I might actually be going for 12 because way over here, 2 weeks from now, we will be sort of planning June. But my target is more like July. So it's crazy, right? My target is really six weeks out from here, right? So it's real strange. This goes back 6 weeks ago. I thought, yeah, maybe 1350. But remember, I can only plan so much. I don't know the volume and volatility that's occurring and all that kind of stuff. So I have to think about how will I end all of June. Okay. And maybe it stays 1350. That's fine. Okay. That's fine. Maybe it stays 1350. That's fine. Okay. So maybe I could pick up another 500 pips. Why not? Right? What else? Why not? Nothing else going on. Anybody else exhausted? Nuno, can we say that the dollar weakness for... Well, I said that a year ago. Yeah. I think it was April 16th, Nuno. I said that I want to short the US dollar for at least 5 years. And that was 1 year ago. Oh, man, Johnny's out on the course. It's good to get out of the car. Hey, Johnny. Hey, Raymond. Oh, no worries, dude. M2 Browning. Yeah. That's English, isn't it? The Browning? The M2? No. I guess it's not. I don't know. Sorry, a little slow. Can I do Kiwi dollar? Sure, but it's a laggard, right? But Kiwi dollar is probably doing well today. So, yeah, I'm happy to do that. Sure. The reason I kind of shy away from it is it's starting at mediocrity, and it's only doing good because of the US dollar in the moment. But yeah, sure. So this is a standard breakout type setup. Nothing really complicated about it. Okay. One kind of fun thing you can do to plan, to have a guide, let's say, is you measure this out and you do that and give yourself a target. So, 72 and a half. So I look at this. Yeah, 72 and a half makes a lot of sense. Okay. So, there's no complexity here. I think technically right now the Kiwi is strong, but I think fundamentally it could very quickly weaken again. And so, as long as the US dollar stays weak, this will try to find its way up. I have a feeling that you're going to find better trades other places, but that's a really standard trade, right? There's nothing complicated about that kind of trade. So it broke out on London, and you catch the pullback, kick it off the 21 roll reversal, okay, at 72,000. Yeah, it's pretty standard. So there's nothing much I could say to that. Just a very standard trade if you're trading it, right? So again, up through, right, pull back to 72,000, long and gone, and that's it. Easy. Okay. Again, just standard breakout trade. You got a 7160. Yeah, oh, this one. Yeah. I got you. That's cool. Yep. Yeah. No. That tells me, Johnny, that you've loaded the boat on probably everything else. Right? You're already long everything else. Yeah. So now you're scrounging around looking for other things, right? And that's a good position to be in. You're like, well, I don't want to have more euro. I don't want to buy more Aussie. I don't want to buy more pound. I don't want to buy more CAD. And now you're like, now what? Oh, well, I guess this Kiwi will catch up. And you're right. Yeah, the indicator's already up there, Pastor, for MT5. But I should add the new ones. See you in Titan planning next month. Yeah. All right, cool. So that's that. If you're day trading it, really standard trade. It doesn't get any easier than that. I don't know what else to say. Okay. Okay, just again, price action, Fibonacci, breakout. It's just standard trading. Nothing great. Nothing amazing. Yeah, let's zip back over to commodities. Okay. Yup. Okay. Yeah, it's hardcore. Okay. Risk on, dollar weakness. You guys might remember the target is 2,000. Right? We set 2,000 as the target back on April 1st. So I don't think anything's changed. Okay. Gold fell for a year, but double bottomed on our buying day. Very nice. So again, we're just on our way back to 2,000. I mean, it can go higher, obviously, significantly higher, but when it's down at 1,600 and it's dropped every day for a year, it's hard for a lot of people to think forward because all they can do is see backwards and like, man, this has been falling for a year. Why would you buy it? Oh, well. Okay. So anyways, so on our way to 2,000, but technical analysis would tell you that 2,000 doesn't have to be the top. Okay. But at least back in April, you had your head screwed on correctly, right? So if you measure it that way, let's say, okay, if that's how you're going to measure it, then the 618 predicts a 1382, and it's actually, 2345.67. But who cares at that point? Okay, that's probably year end. Okay. Let me do a deeper dive into this. The next target based on June, current June, remember this has to update over the next 9 days. So it's almost certainly going to get to 2,000 according to pivot points. But let's update this. Or actually, you know what? Let me just change the indicator. Change the chart. Just get on with it. Okay, template, swing trading, bullish bias. Okay. And you'll see this move here is the front run. Okay. So those that are swing traders are grabbing it around this 1886, 1888 price zone. And the next target is 1919. Okay. So, I don't know. It would probably look like this. Saying it fell for a year. I'm not projecting it will fall for a year. It already did fall for a year. I've been a buyer of gold all year since January 1st, but from January 1st till April 1st, I said we had the right prices, but not the right time. So as it fell in January, February, March, April, right? That whole opening period of the year, the first quarter essentially, gold was falling, and I was trying to analyze it to find the right support, but it was the April 1st that we were looking for a turn into entry, and the bottom occurred March 1st. Okay. And then the double bottom happened April 1st. And that was when we were ready. So for the whole second half of March, we were all RWA, ready, willing, and able to buy gold around April 1st. Okay. And the April 1st had a target of $2,000 an ounce. Okay. So again, it's people that just show up now and they're like, now what's happening? Well, now you're almost 2 months late into a move, right? And we're about 2/3 of the way to our price target, our conservative price target. But most likely it will go higher. But I would be surprised if there wasn't, some sort of price response to the psych level. So I don't know what that could be more. Some down, some up, some down, some. But anyways, but the point is, we had to wait for this, and we were RWA as buyers here. So your entries are probably here, 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 right? That kind of stuff. These are all follow-on trades now. That is all based on seasonality and fundamentals. Okay. Also, I should re-mention. Excuse me. I should mention that a lot of that move had to do with central banking purchases of gold, like the Reserve Bank of India and the Reserve Bank of Israel are two examples that I outlined in detail. Steve wants to know what time frame is best for currency indices. Sometimes I do an hour, sometimes I do 4 hour. It's the time period that you're analyzing. There isn't a right answer. So if I was trying to make a decision for today, hourly is probably best. If I'm trying to make a decision for this week, 4 hours is probably best. Yeah, oh, my pleasure, Stevie. How does a central banker buy gold? He picks up the telephone. Anyways. All right. I don't know what else to cover. I think we're done. For sure, eh? Oh, for sure. So we got some up potential for Kiwi yen. Okay. Pound yen already got the front run going. Maybe some Aussie. So maybe so yen's strong today. That might be a good opportunity for us. Pound, specifically pound dollar, pound yen. Stevie's halfway through the boot camp videos. Cool. Pound Swissy. We had a pound Swissy trade last week? Let's start with pound Swissy. Here it is. Okay, this is a trade plan created by the Swing Trading Group a week ago. So the 20th, the 13th. Yeah, so on the 13th, we were here, right? Cool. So the Swing Trading Group created this. I think it was group number 1. Created this trade plan. And, it's waking up. It was buy it at 1.27, and the target is 1.30. So this is a 300 pip swing trade created by the members of the Swing Trading Group. So if that works out, right, Morena, then your pound dollar and pound yen will definitely work out as well. Okay. So we could take a look at, I guess we can do Beast. You can do the beast here. Okay. And currently, the plan would be buy it at 54, target 55.5. The problem with a trade plan like that is that's so pathetically small for pound yen that inevitably it's actually a warning sign. Okay, that's a bit of a warning sign. You're like, pound yen, you're not even going to make 200 pips on a pound yen? That's frightening. Okay. 200 pips on a pound yen is like a day trade. So to plan on that, it's sort of bad. So the way to kind of look at it is, what's the real trade? And the real trade is the breach, the pullback. Okay? That's the real trade. So I think what I would do is I would just let it run indefinitely. I'd buy it and just let it go. See if you can get to 160. 160 or bust. Why RBI buying gold? No, they already did it. Are they buying for investing purpose? No, you don't understand. I've described it in other videos. If anyone has a link to the other videos, I've described it multiple times in great depth. Right? So, Daniel, I don't know. Daniel's probably got it somewhere. Pay Daniel $5, Sangam, and he'll point you in the right direction. Okay. A central bank doesn't have to invest because they can create money. Like, you want some money? They can just create some money. So they don't need it for investment. Not at all. Yeah. Daniel says, sure, search for it for free. Look at that. Everybody, props to Daniel. Whoop, whoop. Is this info available on the website? Everything's available. I would highly suggest Sangam. You're asking good questions. Go to fxbootcamp.com. Put $400 in the slot and increase your knowledge. So and then I'll, because Morena's so cool, we'll switch over and we'll do pound dollar as well. Okay. All right. So unfortunately, our target used to be 139. Apparently, that was a while ago. We've already hit it. How cool is that? I don't know when it was. Anyways, I can't even delete it. There we go. All right. So what we want to do is, well, first of all, are you a bull or a bear? I'd be bullish. So what do bulls do? Bulls buy dips. And that's why you could use a ribbon, for example, to help you analyze, is it a dip or not? So you can see it came down in the green zone, and, if it makes a higher high, maybe buy another dip in the green zone. Right? Yeah, I see that. Red hot, cooling off, cold, ice. Okay. So right now it's like up, down, buy. Up, down, buy. Up, down, buy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So maybe look at this from a different point of view. Okay. I look at this and say the initial trade, we were done in here, correct? The boring trade that I teach you in the swing trading course, this entry predicts this exit. This entry predicts this exit. So once again, by May 7th, you were already done the month of May. What did you do in May? You worked 7 days. Okay? Then you get your role reversal, and now you game on again. The issue is, what is the target? And that's a more difficult one because it's too early to play June in most cases. So you're really just sort of hanging out there, buying low and jamming a stop. Or maybe you're trading weekly trades. So you're like, well, what if you're just swing trading? Okay, just a simple swing trade. So now you have to go into here. And you would say, okay, this is your monthly target exit, as we already know. Here's your new entry. And check this out, folks. Okay, you ready? This entry predicts this exit. Just like this entry predicted this exit. Okay. Entry, exit. Entry, exit. Okay. And now that we're at the 21st, could you now plan and use June? You could. We don't know if it's valid yet, but could you? Yes, of course. Okay. And right now, we're looking at something like this. So we're looking at 145. So there's still 300 pips in this. The other analysis said there was 200 and something pips. So both are kind of telling us there's just barely enough meat on the bone to even care. Mike says, thanks to the swing trading group, you caught all 3 of them last week. Oh, no, wait. You caught all of them over the last 3 weeks. Okay, sweet. So Mike's killing it. Your next big target is 43. Yeah. Yeah. Oh! Sangam says your teacher that taught you economics in India showed you the RBI website. Great. In 2015. But well, that's probably why I make more money than your economics teacher. Anyways, cool. All right, I'm spent. Tired. I'm sick. Yeah, by the way, if you didn't know that, I'm sick. So that's why I suck right now and I look like garbage. But at least I got out of bed, did something interesting with the day. Yeah, that's right, right? That's funny, Daniel. Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty funny. He wouldn't be a teacher. Although, in reverse, I'm going to become a teacher. So that's probably going to be my retirement gig, is teaching at Harvard. Enjoy whiskey. Yeah, I might do that, Mikey. Get some rest. Rest? What does that mean? Cool. Well, thank you for being in this community. I think we make the world a better place. I know other trading streams get thousands and thousands and thousands of people. We have 149. I don't know what to make of that. So anyways, but I see you guys here every day. I recognize your names. I know who you are. And I care about you. So that's all good, right? That's all good. I suppose if there were thousands and thousands, it would be difficult. Highlander's going to make a shot of wheatgrass for me. Right on, Highlander. That's cool. Right? I remember that time you were crank. He had his webcam on. I'm like, what are you doing in the back of your office? Right? He's got this cool layout behind him. And he's like, oh, I'm making wheatgrass. That's really cool. So anyways, yeah. So thank you to you. Thank you to YouTube. Thank you to being a part of the Forex.Today community. Thank you to Traders Way for being part of our community as well. Hey, Mylan. So, bottom line, peace on earth. May the pips be with you. May our profits be above average. Have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you on Monday. Cheers.